and we talked. It was then that we started arguing about religion, and they really told me about Islam. Like, everyone else had kind of hinted at it from time to time, but nobody told me what I needed to know. And so, Khalid, while arguing, Khalid said something that really struck me. He said, Terry, and that's the name that they use for me, we're your brothers. We love you, and we can see you're not happy. Please read the Quran. Please, just try it. If it's not for you, then fine. And I left the table that night shaken for whatever reason. So I kept meeting Muslims in the area, and I worked with this woman who was a hijabi, and I met this woman who was a hijabi and taught me how to wrap my veil. You know, I was suddenly surrounded by Muslims, especially incredibly strong, intelligent, warm, wonderful women that I respected and enjoyed. So I was going through health problems at the time, but they helped me through. So all this time passes, and I'm still refusing to read the Quran. It scares me. It took me 2 weeks from the talk to even consider opening the book, but it was constantly on my mind. I chain smoked, and I sat, and I thought about the consequences. Is this the right thing for me? And I finally got up the nerve, and I started reading, and I read in Surah Al-Baqarah where the Jews will say this. And I started feeling nervous, thinking, I've said that before. My mom has said that before. My family has said that before. And then I read Surah An-Nisa 46 through 58. I don't want to read it all here, but you can find it. But what I got out of it was I didn't want to be the hellfire. I don't want to be a bad person. I didn't want to be who I was anymore because I was miserable. So I made two more giant mistakes, and I hit rock bottom. That was the end of it. I couldn't take it anymore. Islam was right, the Quran was right, the beliefs were right. I was wrong. So on the break from work, on September 6th of 2006, one of my friends gave me instructions on how to make ghusl. And after work, they met me at my home, and they waited outside while I washed my sins away, figuratively, for the first time. I met them at the door wearing hijab, which my hijabi friends had taught me how to wrap, so inshallah they can benefit. And they came in, and that's when I uttered the life-altering words, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. And peace and warmth and comfort were mine. So this is about 3 years ago. And now I lay here and I reflect on all of the changes of life and the majesty of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I've made so many mistakes along the way, but I'm here. I'm still struggling to fight the good fight. Alhamdulillah, working to call others to struggle with me. Subhanallah. This from the person who didn't think they'd be alive at 21. Look at this. Alhamdulillah.